Coming up on today's show, we are spending the entire hour celebrating Latin culture here in Cleveland.
That's right, we're diving into authentic cuisine, plus an inside look at Puerto Rican art.
And I get a lesson in salsa
Oh,
dancing.
I like that idea.
New Day Cleveland starts right now. If you are looking for some of the most authentic Mexican food you will find, you have to come out here to Amherst. We are at De Los Angeles. I have Valerie and her mother, Maria, I call her Mama Maria now, joining us today. And since my Spanish isn't that good, Valerie's going to be doing a lot of the translations and talking.
Yes.
So thank you so much for having us in
thank
today.
Thank you guys for coming.
This is a thrill for me. Look, I would say look at what they did for us coming in today. But you said that this is what she'll do for anyone coming to the house even.
Yes, I had friends growing up coming over, she just brought out for like 20 people, and it would just be me and my two friends, and we would just be stuffed.
I wish that I was younger and would have known you, but I can still come over now, right?
Yes, of course, of course.
So how did your mom start doing all this? Is this something, was she always a good cook? Is this something she's always done?
Yes, ever since I was little, she cooked a little bit of everything.
This cake, if you have not had this cake, you need to come and get a piece of this. Is this the normal size that you give to customers?
Yes, it's so good. It's so good.
I don't normally do this at the beginning of the interview, but do you mind since it's right in front of me?
Oh yes, of course. Go for it. Go for it.
Mama Maria is known for
yes.
here.
I describe it more of like a casada cake, so it's moist, it has fresh cut strawberries, a lot of strawberries growing up cutting that I had to do, but it's really good, it's really good. That's how my mom started, is selling
Italians, I'm so sorry to say this, but this is where it's at. This is unbelievable. That is delicious. And I'm Italian, and I'm saying that is delicious. Wow. Okay. So that's what you started with. Now, what else did you bring with is this spread? Because I want to get through some of these. There some I might not have seen before.
Yes.
So what do we have up here?
So those are our flautas. They're like little taquitos. They come in either chicken or potato, so it is vegan friendly for our vegan friends. We can always do it without sour cream and cheese. And then we have like guac that we can pair it with, guacamole, with no preservatives. So we have a little bit of everything here.
I've heard you're known for your tacos too.
Yes.
I mean, this, is the sweet, but the savory,
yes,
the tacos.
Yes, we have a little bit of every flavor. So a lot of our like authentic Mexican community come here specifically also for the tacos, because these tacos are hard to find, especially like, I know it sounds weird, but the lengua tacos, that's what we're known for too. Tripe tacos, al pastor. We have the classic steak, we have chicken, ground beef, and we also have a vegan-friendly taco. It's our cactus taco, so it tastes kind of like green peppers, and we make it with like tomatoes and onions, so it's really good.
Okay, the tripe is something that's tripe, right?
Yes,
or what did you call it?
Menudo.
Menudo.
Yes.
So is that something that if someone's familiar with authentic Mexican food, they would probably jump to that right away?
Yes.
Is that something, if they're not, is that something they jump into, or should they start with the tacos first?
If they're not, I would definitely recommend the tacos, but we can always bring out little samples of whatever they want to try.
I love that. They did that with the drinks that are in front of Maria over here. What are those two delicious drinks that you have?
So we have the classic horchata. A lot of people know the horchata. So it's made out of rice and cinnamon, and a couple other little ingredients. And then we have the hibiscus water. So it comes with sugar, water, and then we have like dried up hibiscus. This is actually what we have here. And it's all natural.
Those are your enchiladas?
Yes, yes, enchiladas mineras. So we have a little backstory on our menus on where they originated from, but that's basically what I grew up eating too. It's a little different from like Tex-Mex restaurants. This is actually our authentic what I grew up eating. We have the classic red pork tamales, and they're really good, and they're all handmade here. I feel so bad for sometimes the cooks because they have to make so many.
Well, that's a good thing. That means everybody comes in here and wants them.
Yes.
If I came to work with you, would you pay me with food?
Yes, of course.
Well, I can't thank you enough for having me in here. I started with dessert. You know it's time to dig in for the rest of this. Mama Maria, thank you so much. Gracias.
Thank you for
Thank you
coming.
so much.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
they are right off of Route 58 here, so it's very easy to get to in Amherst, right in this great little shopping complex. So it's hard to miss too, and you don't want to miss it. Trust me, you don't. Ready to dig in with me?
I am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Spend the night immersed in Hispanic art. It's the first theater of its kind in the state of Ohio. We're taking an inside look at Latino Theater Company.
Latino Theater Company, it is the first independent Latino theater in the state of Ohio. We do all our shows in Spanish with English subtitles. We are a group of people, in the art of theater that wanted to bring our stories from our perspective, from what we know, from our countries, what we live, and what we see when we live there in the theater. Mostly classic theater. It is what we do in Latin America and in the Caribbean. In our history of 40 years, we have actors from everywhere: Puerto Rico, Colombia, Mexico, Spain, Venezuela, Argentina, Paraguay. Le dijo, sí. Me dijo del mal que te ha hecho ese hombre.
The purpose of this theater is not to teach, is not to promote this agenda or this agenda. The purpose of this theater is to make people understand why are things the way they are. You put people from all backgrounds, all qualities in one place, you turn off the lights, they see the show is speaking to each one individually. And they find themselves in that position. Oh, that is the way things are that way. What would I do if I was in that situation? Where can I go from here? So it resolves a lot of issues, and that's what a Spanish theater does. It's very intense. So there's a large community of Spanish-speaking people and people who are bilingual who come from many other countries who are used to theater and culture, and they miss it, and we have this void in here, okay? So this is the first independent Spanish language theater in the state producing the top shows in the world. 2/3 of our audience are non-Spanish speakers, and they love it. It's like coming to watch a foreign film live. When Hispanics, Latin people, or people originating in Spain think of high art, we're thinking of the building itself. I mean, think of the Paris Opera House, it's fantastic. Think of Arbor Hall, the floors. And we said, no, we had to give people that feeling of class and culture from the minute they walk in. We have a floor with the logos and the symbols of Castile, from where our dialect comes. The Spanish dialect is Castilian. And the symbol of the Royal Academy of the Spanish tongue that controls the way the culture is preserved. And then we have the names of 25 countries where Spanish is the official language around the world.
Our space, really, you can say it's not for entertainment. It is for entertainment, but it's for a purpose. We want people to react, we want people to learn, we want people to cry, and the audience were crying with us. And that's, we as an actor, we hear that, and it gives us more energy to keep on doing what we are doing and say, okay, it's getting the message to them. We are really giving, sending the emotions to the audience, and it's getting there. So that's really our purpose. Entertainment is beautiful, it's nice, but if it comes with a learning tool, it's even better.
Latino Theater Company is located on West 25th Street, and for a list of upcoming shows and to purchase tickets, visit them online. After the break, I'm taking you to one of my favorite restaurants. It's an elevated twist on Latin cuisine. Okay, folks, we're gonna go to a spot that's, I'd say it's a Latin place. It's called what? Pony Boys, right, Ryan?
Yes, sir.
I gotta tell you something. It's a small parking lot, but the parking lot is always full, and this place is always jamming, and it's one place I like because your food is creative. So how would you describe it? It's like Mexican food, but...
It's like Mexican food, but not super traditional. We wanted to do some Latin flavors. We wanted to bring different cooking techniques from French and Italian.
Yeah.
Just to bring my entire career kind of into one
Somebody used a
thing.
phrase in here when I was asking about the food. They said something like punch you in the mouth.
Yes.
What's that?
Latin food has these amazing flavors that are super bold. There's not a ton of subtleties to it.
Yeah.
So that's really what we wanted to bring through.
So what do you got going here? Let's talk about this.
We have some shrimp, and we're gonna make our shrimp and chorizo taco. We're gonna make our dirty corn.
Elote corn,
It's
huh?
basically, it's elote.
Yeah. Boy, that is fantastic. Boy, I tell you, you know, talking about punching in the mouth, it also punches you in the breath and in the eyes a little bit because the seasonings are cooking right now. That Latin flavor, fantastic.
Yeah.
So what do you use? Corn tortillas, flour?
We use corn tortillas for everything. Keeps the majority of our menu gluten-free. We have flour as an option for anybody who would like it. But all of our tacos come 3 per order.
A little bit of a cough. I'm getting the seasonings over here, folks. It's wild.
Yeah, you're getting that aggressive chorizo punch coming through.
Yeah, that is really good. That cooks up pretty fast. My kids had one that was made with chicken. My kids are 27 and 30, so I mean, don't think I'm little kids, but they enjoyed the chicken one. What's that like? What's
Yeah,
that
we make beer can chicken to use for our chicken tacos. So we take whole chickens, put a can of beer inside of them, and let it cook for 2.5 hours in the oven.
Yeah.
And we just pull them apart and use that chicken for the tacos.
Talk about big kids too. I had this friend of mine with me, Mark Turman, and he had to order what the real kids get, and you brought a dinosaur to the table. What was that about?
You know, I have 2 small kids.
Yeah.
And any unique thing you can bring to a restaurant that engages the kids with the parents, just to keep the kids occupied.
Yeah.
So the parents can have a good time. So we have these dinosaurs that we serve our kids tacos in.
So those you cooked in a couple minutes on each side, huh?
Yeah, we're
Corn
trying
tortillas?
to get a little bit of char to them.
Yeah.
Just to really help bring out that corn flavor.
How's this corn look?
Starting to get some nice color to it.
So how are you going to dress that when it's done?
We're gonna rub that with a mayo, and then we're gonna coat it with ancho chili seasoning,
Okay.
cojita cheese, lime salt, and a little bit of lime crema on top.
It sounds really good. Hey, so why don't you get this stuff together? I'll go outside. You can bring it out, and we can take a look at it, and we can talk about some of those great craft beers and stuff.
Perfect.
Great. Who is this angel of mercy?
This is our manager, my cousin Brandy.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. What did she bring us here?
This is our blood orange and thyme paloma. So you have a little blood orange San Pellegrino, blood oranges, some reposado tequila.
You got the craft
thyme.
beers too, right?
Yeah, we feature some Crooked Pecker beers from right up the street.
Excellent. Sounds great. Okay, now let's get down to the nitty gritty here. Let's talk about this right here. I saw the chicken in the cooker there. So what's underneath it? What's on this here?
Well, we take the chicken and we crush up onions, like the round onions.
Yeah.
Crush them up and we bread them with that. And it's got black beans on the bottom, the fried chicken, the house adobo sauce, cilantro cream, pickled red onions, and queso fresco.
And what's going on here?
So we had our shrimp taco. So we have a salsa verde on the bottom, chorizo, shrimp, cherry tomatoes, avocado, queso fresco.
And as promised, delivered to the table, the dinosaur for kids. And no kid is too old for that, right?
No, we actually have a couple that sits in here on Monday nights, come in about 8:30 and they each get a dinosaur taco.
Yeah.
They love it.
I gotta tell you something. I've been here a few times and I love it too. I mean, if you're looking for Mexican food, you love Mexican food, you want something that's just like a little different and kicked up more than a couple notches, Pony Boys really does it for you. It's great stuff. So here we are. We're gonna have one of these babies right here. What dates are you closed?
Oh, closed every Sunday.
Closed every, don't come Sunday. And this is it. The street corn, right?
Yes, sir.
Some say elote. It's worth the mess. Can I have a few of my teeth?
No, you're good.
Thank you, man.
Our next stop combines the love of food with the love of art. We are stepping right here into this beautiful, colorful oasis at Sabor Miami Cafe and Gallery.
Sabor Miami is a small cafe. I opened this place because I wanted to have a place with good coffee, my art, and delicious food. The food that I like the most from Miami. That's the city that I lived before for many years, before I moved to Cleveland. Caribbean, Latin, Mayan, Garifuna, fusion cuisine. I'm from Honduras, And I think living in Miami made me have a lot of influence because in Honduras we have the Garifuna and also we have the Mayans. In Spanish, and then moving to Miami, I have Cuban influence, Puerto Rican, Dominican, everything, Latin and cuisine. So I mix everything, and I did my own recipes, or I put my flavors, and that's what I love. My place, because you can find a little bit of everything in one place.
Yeah, I want that.
The most popular dishes are the trop chop. The trop chop is rice and beans, chicken or pork, pico de gallo, and a curry sauce on top. It's really good, one of my favorites from Miami. Also, I have the Cubano, and also we have the Tampa Cubano. The difference is you have salami on the Tampa Cubano, and it's really good. We have Cuban empanadas, which are favorites since we opened in 2016. We have tostones, we have the Cuban croquetas, ham croquetas. They are very popular in Miami, and they are perfect with cafecito, Cuban coffee. We have pastries like guava and cheese pastries, quesitos, churros. Sundays we do brunch, so I have a lot of pancakes. These one are the pineapple upside down pancakes. I named Savor Miami Cafe and Gallery because I want to have my art. I love to do female portraits because, I don't know, it's like we are queens. We can handle everything. So, and I love that. My art is very bold with colors. For me, art is therapy. It helped me a lot. I have a lot of stuff during my life, and that's how I do. I feel in peace, and I feel happy when I'm painting, and I want people to have that too. I hope you can come to visit Savor Miami because it's a special place. We have good coffee, I promise that, because I love coffee. I grew up in a coffee farm, and I know everything about coffee. And you also can see my art, and I will love to talk to you because I love that.
Sabor Miami Cafe and Gallery is located here on Broadview Road in Old Brooklyn. And when you're here, make sure you ask for this delicious Jamaican water. All right, coming up after the break, where you can shop for authentic Latin ingredients. Welcome back to New Day Cleveland and our New Day Fiesta.
That's right, shop the flavors from South America, the Caribbean, and beyond. This is La Plaza Supermarket.
La Plaza Supermarket opened up in 2011, and it was trying to fill a need for the Hispanic community, which is growing here in Cleveland. I immigrated here in 1988, and I saw the need for this type of environment, and that's how La Plaza started. We kept products from like 9 to 10 different countries. We carry products from Chile, Spain, Puerto Rico, Peru, Colombia, Salvador, and even though we speak the same language, our cuisine varies. It's similar like to when you go to Boston and then you travel to Texas. You know that you're in the United States, but it's two completely different cuisines. And we carry other products that are a little bit unusual for a lot of people, like cactus. We have guavas, little products that you don't find on a normal basis. We have them right here. We have specialty peppers. The Hispanic cuisine is driven by peppers and spices. So we have one of the largest selections of peppers that you can find in Cleveland. This is one of the few stores that carries the selection of meats here in Cleveland. Our selection is huge. We make chicharrones, we make the prepared meats like pastor. It was named one of the #1 dish in the world. We have barbacoa, we have goats, we have lamb, and we have tamales, we make them here every day, every single day. Our bakery is phenomenal. We have one of the largest selections of Mexican bread, and it's made every day fresh. We have one of the largest cheeses products that you can find in the Cleveland area, and all the cheeses come from different parts of the world. Salvador, Peru, Mexico. So all those items is what makes La Plaza very popular. We started selling tacos in 2013 in a little car outside the La Plaza. Like if you were in Mexico, you would come and order the tacos, they will make them, and you will stand them up and you will eat them. And that grew and grew and grew until we put them inside the store. And then from the inside the store, it went to the front, to what you see today. In the taqueria, tacos are the main staple of it, but we sell burritos. We sell the Mexican sandwich, we call them tortas. You're always gonna find chile rellenos because that's the #1 seller. We sell tostadas, we sell quesadillas. The selection is very good, very good. People don't go hungry when they leave this place.
La Plaza Supermarket is located on Lakewood Heights Boulevard, and that is in Cleveland.
All right, well, you can enjoy the flavors of Colombia and Salvador right here in Cleveland. This is El Arepaso y Pupuseria.
The name of the restaurant is El Arepaso y Pupuseria. It stands for pupusas and arepas. We try to serve Latin cuisine in general, not a specific country, but we have some like a typical dishes from El Salvador, Colombia, also we have Mexican, we have maybe plantains are from, I think, Central America, and yuca, tostones too. So there'll be everything.
I grew up in El Salvador. My mom cooked all day, so that's why I, know about the food and how to make it and everything. I remember when my mom make homemade pupusas, like just with cheese and zucchini, because we don't have pork. We're not able to buy the pork, but we can have just cheese and zucchini pupusas. And I remember when she make those, also we were able to have beans pupusas. That's the best, homemade in El Salvador.
With Colombian food, you get a lot of flavors, not spicy flavors, but a lot of flavors in one simple dish like this one. Like bandeja paisa, you get like 9 items in there. There's sweet, there's avocados, there's beans, rice, steaks, or meats. So there's a lot of dishes in one plate. The most popular dishes at Arepaso y Pupuseria is the pupusas. So we got different kinds. We have pork, we have Morocco, cheese, spinach cheese, zucchini cheese. So we have different options for. They're made from corn. Usually get cabbage and tomato sauce on top, so you put that on top if you like. The other dish that's really popular here is the arepas. You can do different meats, chicken, steak, chorizo, shrimp, seafood, and even vegetarian too. You usually get fries with that, but there's options to get plantains, tostones, and yuca all together in this dish. We have been here for about 10 years. We've been working in restaurants for at least 18, 20 years. So we want to get our own spot, for us to work in, as a couple, as a partnership, and as a new adventure, and also to bring people a new option besides, all the cuisines that are around. So we try to make something different, fresh, simple, something unique.
Arepaso y pupuseria. How's that? That's pretty well.
That was pretty good. You did it. That was a decent job.
The important part, it's on Lorraine Road and it's in Fairview Park.
All right, coming up after the break, I'm going to get a lesson in salsa dancing, okay? Welcome back to our New Day Fiesta. Enjoy authentic Mexican tacos on the go at Cilantro Tacoria.
It's no taqueria in Cleveland. It's not the real Mexican taco in Cleveland. We need some taquerias in Cleveland.
Fresh, authentic Mexican food prepared just the way you like. That's what you'll find in Cleveland Heights at Cilantro Tacoria.
Burritos or tacos or bowls. We have shrimp, chicken, steak, vegetarian fajitas. Barbacoa is really good barbacoa. We make it so good. I'm recommend for everybody.
So many delicious options, including their bestseller, Al Pastor.
Pastor is a special from Mexico City. We get the recipe and bring to Cleveland. It's like pineapple, some onions marinated with the secret sauce. I can tell you what kind of sauce.
Or if you're looking for something more adventurous, why not try the braised beef tongue?
It's something different. It's very classic taco. It's a good classic taco from Mexico. And from California, we get, take some ideas from California too. People like it, so it's really good.
Now, be sure not to miss their fresh salsas, which are prepared daily in a traditional molcajete.
It's like a rock in Mexico. My grandmama make like salsa with the molcajetes, a rock, chunky, and tomatillo. I don't know about the rock with the salsa. Something flavored there, we can take.
At Cilantro Tacoria, you can build your own tacos, build your own burritos and rice bowls, or you can try something a little different, like their torta or gringa.
Torta is a grilled sandwich. We put some beans, any protein, and you do your topping. So you can have a guacamole, pico de gallo, the good salsas. The gringa is that one is a classic quesadilla from Mexico City. It's pastor and cilantro, and onions, and the salsa.
And if you're still stumped on what to order, why not try Raul's favorite?
I like the bowl, it's very, very good. I like the bowl with the tongue and with the chipotle ranch, it's really good, I like it.
I feel like nothing screams Latin culture more than salsa dancing, and I am so excited to be here at Viva Dance Studio. I have Eddie with me, and you are, I hear, a salsa expert.
Yes, of course I am.
Where were you born and raised?
I was born in Puerto Rico, lived there till I was 9, and then ended up moving to the United States in '85. And lived in Philly, kept moving out west, Pittsburgh, now I'm in Cleveland.
First of all, it's a great workout.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, I think it brings a community together.
Yes.
But third, I think it gets people out of their comfort zones and trying something different.
It does. There's a lot of people that say, okay, I have only 2 left legs and I don't know how to dance. As long as you can walk, you can dance.
What do you need to know if you want to be a salsa dancer? I already feel it. I'm the emoji right now. I'm the dancing emoji. I am ready to go right now.
I would say is, a passion for wanting to learn to move to the music. I think that a lot of people think they have to have that quality of, understanding rhythm and all that stuff. Just, if you love the music, you'll learn it. It's just, your body has to kind of learn to do it.
So you can come and be in the group setting. You can take private lessons as well.
That's correct.
And so if you come by yourself, it's okay.
Sometimes in our group classes, we do rotate. So people get to dance with other, dancers that either come with a partner or just come by themselves. And then, so they get to dance with other people too. So they don't just, if they come by themselves, they still get to partner dance with other people.
I want to learn a few steps, if that's okay with you. Can we get down to basics?
I think so.
All right. What would you teach someone? What are the first things you need to know about salsa dancing?
So salsa dancing is walking to a different rhythm, right? So if I were to just walk with you backwards and then walk with you forwards, all right? So we're just walking forward and back. If I shorten that, this is the salsa step. The only difference between walking and salsa is just that we change the rhythm. So we go 1, 2, 3, we hold, and then we go 5, 6, 7, hold. So quick, slow. Now it's no longer walking because we are changing that pattern or that rhythm. So as we do our basic, we're going 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, and we can take that pattern anywhere. We go side, side, and together, side, and together, side, and together. And now, again, I just changed the way I move, and because I'm holding your hands or connecting to you, you're doing the same thing. The hips in salsa, or the hips in Latin dancing, is not about whether or not we're swishing our hips, right? It is about bending and straightening our legs. Bend your right knee, and then
my right knee. Yep, that's my right.
And then straighten your left, and then we switch. And that's actually what's controlling your hips.
Okay.
So the hips actually twist around the spine. Later on, we will add settling action, right? Sending it to the side. But when we start talking about that, then people do the craziness. You're doing good.
So this is kind of how you would start with beginners, and then you get them dancing around this floor like
we teach them like
wild people.
We teach them between 1 to 6 moves or
Okay.
steps, and as they progress or take more classes, they get to learn more and more things that they can add to it.
I would highly recommend coming down, letting loose, enjoying yourself, and just giving dance a try.
chance. Mhm.
Giving dance a chance
Yeah.
at Viva Dance Studio. Still to come, an inside look at the work of a local artist.
Welcome back to New Day Cleveland and our show celebrating Latin culture and cuisine. Bringing Puerto Rican tradition to Cleveland, that's what one local artist strives to do throughout his work. Take a look.
I've been inclined to do art since I was like probably 5 years old. I was born in Gary, Indiana, and I was there until I was 10 years old. My dad was a steel worker. Then he retired. We went to Puerto Rico because he was from the island. I went through school in Puerto Rico, and then when I graduated, I went to art school, the National School of Arts. But I was still curious about seeing more things. So I had family here, which facilitates, the coming to someplace, I was like, I wanted to come back to the States to see what it was, because in my childhood living here, it still was like a dreamy type of idea. I was always curious. All those years I had not come to the States. So I was like, and I thought, maybe I'll give it a try. And since then I've been working in the arts. I have a great love for art, and even if I don't show, I'm always producing. I did go through some dark periods where one of them was I was mostly painting in red and black and a little bit of white. But I went changing into using mixed media, enamel, spray paint, collage. So it became like a mixed media type of work. I think it's greatly influenced by the island, you know, because Puerto Rico, it's very, very sunny. You know, the colors are totally different to like Cleveland. Cleveland is very gray and sober. Puerto Rico tends to be very bright. Living here, it still persists in my work. I believe I do give part of my heritage through the artwork. I have a small company, I would say, or a website. It's called LatinoGreetings.com. And in that site, I have more typical illustrated work of art that people could recognize. Like I do greeting cards, I do posters that have to do with that sense of approach. That influence, which is very in-depth with the culture, you could find more images like that reflect more precisely the idea of what the culture is. I love what I do, and I love to have shows, and I love the curiosity of people when they're in front of one of my art pieces. So many people come up to me and tell me, I can't draw a stick figure, you know, and look at what you do. I'm like, well, you know, but you do other things that I can't do. You do mechanics, or you do this and that, you know, which I can't do. So, you know, I find it to be very satisfying when it comes to that.
You can learn more about Bruno Cassiano and his art by visiting his website.
Very cool. All right, well, if you're in the mood for something spicy, how about some authentic Mexican cuisine? This is Fiesta Jalapenos.
Fiesta Jalapenos is technically the place that you want to come, hang out, eat, drink, have a good time. A good Mexican food with a good atmosphere. That's how we become with the Fiesta world, because a fiesta is for people to come and party and relax. We like to keep it fresh, keep it attractive, and keep it eye-appealing. So, like keeping fresh, a new menu, painting, putting a nice patio for people to come, party, drink, relax. So if you want to come and hang out and be quiet, you can stay in the dining area. If you want to come and hang out and listen to the louder music, come and sit in the bar area. So we like to be attractive to everyone to make sure they have a great time. Everyone comes to the restaurant, literally. I can name tons of regular. We have tons of regular people come at least twice a week. It's a Mexican restaurant, so we definitely need to have quesadillas, burritos, tacos, fajitas. We're gonna be making a spicy burrito, which definitely is gonna be grilled vegetables, grilled steak with a fresh chorizo made. So we actually put a little bit of habanero sauce, we wrap it up, we put the chorizo on top, and then we put melted cheese, and we put a little bit of habanero sauce to make it spicy. So that's how the name came out. Then we have this molcajete. It's a real stone Mexican dish that we used to use for smashing the salsa. So what we do with that stone, we don't smash the salsa anymore, but we decorate it to put steak and chicken, chorizo, and a little bit of shrimp inside. Beans is for 2 people. It's a huge dish, and it's plenty for 2. So the fresh guacamole, the idea we came out with was just like having like fresh avocados, like fresh ingredients, which would be your cilantro, your jalapenos, your lime, and your garlic. And then on top of that, we add on the side goat cheese, bacon, and mango. So you can mix it together as much as you want it. Now we actually do like handcrafted drinks big time. One of the things that we are pretty big in it is in natural drinks, which is fresh 100%. Drink come out called Signature, which is fresh lime, fresh lemon, and French orange juice. We add a silver tequila with agave nectar, and sprinkle water in it. So we don't use sour mix in it. So we shake it, we serve it, people love it, right? And then we call the Paloma. The Paloma is a big seller as well. The Paloma, we do the tajin rim around the rim. So then we add fresh grape juice, and then we also put a squirt, a little bit of salt in it, tequila, big time, it's a hit. And then the other one is really, really good for people that want You know, to look good, a skinny margarita. You want Mexican? We'll have it here.
Fiesta Jalapenos is located on Center Ridge Road. They're in North Ridgeville.
Okay, still to come on New Day Cleveland, where you can shop for Puerto Rican products. Welcome back to New Day Cleveland and our show celebrating Latin culture. Our next stop brings products from the island to the land. This is 787 Market.
787 Market and Cafe, it's like a bodega style. Typically you see this in New York or Miami or Chicago, and basically what that is like a ethnic Hispanic grocery. So we specialize in a lot of Puerto Rican imports. 787, that's the Puerto Rican area code. Like it's like kind of saying here in Cleveland 216. I just wanted to do something a little unique. There's not many numbers in business names, and I just thought of like 7-Eleven, so I'm like, why not 787? There's certain products that we have that other stores don't have. In Puerto Rico, we eat a lot of flan. That's like it's a custard. And so we actually carry a custard directly from Puerto Rico, which is famous. It's called flanes cedo. We have seasonings, spices, a lot of snacks, like the cookies that you'll find back home. Even like normal everyday staples, like rice or like corned beef, like we have that, but it's from the island. So we got like our named brands here, and it just brings a lot of this nostalgia for our customers. And that's what we want to do. We want to bring like a little piece of home here to Cleveland, but we also want to share that culture with everyone. We want everyone to embrace our culture. One of our most popular items, which I did not expect, was our Hispanic roots. We have like the little sweet peppers, we call them ajices. We have batata, which is like a Spanish squash. We also have yautilla, ñame, malanga. All these are just Spanish roots, so they're kind of like yams. We eat it with bacalao, which is codfish, and we also sell a lot of codfish here too, because that's just a staple in our households. Like we eat our roots with our codfish. We have like a little gift shop here, so we have the license plates. The names on them are the different cities in Puerto Rico. We go through a lot of those because here in Cleveland, we're like the 10th largest Puerto Rican population in the United States. Here we got like doblón, which is like a little cookie / candy. It's like a chocolate covered cookie. Those are very popular. We got a sweet bread called mata hambre, which is more like a snack. It's very sweet, it's very good. We also got polvorones, which is they're like almond cookies. We also got grajeas, which are like sprinkled cookies with sprinkles on them. We got a lot of things. I'm here to serve a couple communities. I want to serve the old Brooklyn community. This is my home. I actually moved into the neighborhood. I definitely want to serve this neighborhood. But I also want to serve the Puerto Rican community, obviously. I want this place to be somewhere that's comfortable, where everyone can come enjoy our food and our culture, and there's no judgment here.
.787 Market is located on Memphis Avenue, and that is in Old Brooklyn. And guess what? That's all the time we have today.
No!
Yes, it's true.
Say it ain't so. Well, we sure hope we've inspired you to add some spice in your life and enjoy this vibrant Hispanic culture that is right here in Cleveland.
Yeah, and a very special big thank you to Savor Miami for this beautiful, colorful backdrop, a great place. I'm David Moss.
I'm Natalie Herbig.
And we will see you when?
On the next New Day Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
To Sabor Miami, 3-2. Sabor Miami Cafe and Gallery is located here on Broadview Road in Old Brooklyn. Ask for the Jamaican water.
3, 2, Arepaso. Did I say that right? Well, anyway, it's located on Lorraine Road